Aitsquel Siamnat Siaya. My name is Emma Elliott, and I am Coast Salish from Cowichan Nation. My brother Troy asked me to share with you my thoughts on leadership, and I'm honored to do so. This June, I'll graduate with a PhD in education and a Master of Social Work. As a way to think about leadership, I'm going to share with you a story about my own academic journey. My sister-in-law calls late one night. Tragedy has struck. A young man in our community, the husband of my sister's friend, took his own life. I'm walking on eggshells, she says, because I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should bring it up or not. If I bring it up, will it make matters worse? I want her to know that I care, that I'm here for her. I hear her rushing around, gathering things to bring to her friend. Blankets, pouches, kerchiefs, water, fish, bread. What else might the family need? We tried to recall teachings or stories about suicide, but could not. We knew we needed to turn to the elders in our family for guidance. Following this tragedy, I learned of the increase in suicidal behavior in Cowichan. I also learned that many communities experience similar rates of suicide. We are Huamach, Muslimach peoples. Our roots and traditions are strongly grounded in ancient practices and ways of knowing that are deeply embedded within the Cowichan territory. Our stories link us to Mount Swaches and our ancestral relations. Our collective strengths are drawn from our sacred places and practices and the inherent relationships within. Why then are some of our peoples losing their way? I know many people experience terrible hardships such as racism and poverty. I know others struggle with mental health problems. Yet as explanations, these do not fully answer the question of why. Why are some of our people losing their way? Being a leader in our community is related to recommitting ourselves to teaching and learning our traditional philosophies and ways of life. To continue the work of strengthening and transforming our communities, we must engage in work that transforms us from threatened to confident, from weak to strong. The history of colonization has had a significant and often detrimental impact on our peoples. To quote Mohawk scholar Tayaki Alfred, colonization is a process of disconnecting us from our responsibilities to one another and our respect for one another, our responsibilities and our respect for the land, and our responsibilities and respect for the culture. For me, leadership means that it's our job, while we are here on earth, to help our collective reconnect to the inherent responsibilities that we have to each other, to our plant relations, to our animal relations, and to our ancestral relations. Transformations of this kind are always a collective effort. Solutions for health and mental health disparities will inevitably emerge from within. In fact, the solutions are already inherently built into our cultural practices. When we imagine and create spaces for our young people to belong, we are protecting our people. When we imagine and create spaces for our young people to experience a positive sense of self-worth, we are protecting our people. Our cultural and ceremonial practices inherently connect us to all our relations. Leaders in our community demonstrate for us how we can share our cultural practices as a source of healing. Let's take, for example, hunting. Hunting can be thought of as a ceremonial process. In any ceremony, there are particular steps to take. First, we live according to our beliefs. We gather our supplies or tools. We prepare the space. We bring people together. We conduct ceremony, and we give thanks. In preparation for the hunting journey, the hunter always first sets their intention. This is living according to our beliefs about how to prepare for hunting. Next, the hunter will gather all of the supplies needed for the journey. The family at home is responsible for preparing the space. That is, they need to prepare the home in preparation for processing the meat. Once the meat is processed, we bring people together to eat. This happens in family homes, in big houses, at community celebrations, and so on. In this example, the ceremony is eating together. Our elders remind us that we must sit and eat together. This is when we receive important cultural teachings about how to walk in a good way. This is when we are supporting each other and being present with each other. The last step of our ceremony is to always give thanks. We remember our ancestors. the stone people. We remember the fish people, the bird people, the plants, and the animals, all for their food and healing help. We recognize the interconnectedness of ourselves to others, to our natural world relations, and to our ancestral relations. Any one of us can be a leader for our communities, from the youngest to the oldest. The most important part is remembering who we are. We are peoples in relations with others, and we have responsibilities to our past, present, and future relations. Our communities raise us up in our times of need and in our times of celebration. And it is our job as leaders and community members to remember our responsibility to share what we know with others respectfully and responsibly, and to build strong and healthy relations with our communities who hold us up. Haitzepka.